forward. Okay. Hopefully you didn't forget it, but I know this is going to help a lot of people because a lot of people come across this objection. But what was your question?
Yeah, so I was pitching a novation and the seller seemed pretty interested. I think he asked me if I can guarantee the close on his price, and I kind of just fumbled after that. Didn't know what to answer.
Right. So I was gonna say this is one of my favorite objections because all you have to do is basically use the step back. I call it the step back technique, which basically just means in a nutshell, right? Because what they're wanting for is two things. Like they want to make sure that their goals are met, right? They just want to make that's what they're asking for. Like, hey, can you like because I do that a lot when I'm on the phone with a salesperson or a mentor or when I'm out to buy something. I'm like, can you guarantee me this? And that's what they're doing. And how we overcome that every single time is we take a step back and we say, sir, ma'am, I can't guarantee shit. I cannot guarantee. So, like, you can't guarantee anything. Okay. So, they want to say, their objection is, how do you guarantee that you can close with the novation pitch? So, did you already tell them that you're going to market it out? Is that how you did it?
Yeah, yeah, I can show you I recorded the pitch if you want to hear it.
No, it's good, but I just need to know like the context of how you worded the novation.
Yeah, so the way I worded it, I told him so I told him the cash offer isn't going to work because he didn't want to do the low cash offer. Then I told him, well, we have an equity protection program which allows us to give you closer to your asking price. This is what we'll be giving you. The only difference is the contract terms. In the contract terms, we're going to have a longer closing period of a minimum of 60 days. Verbiage in the contract stating that we can market the property to our retail clients, as well as more access to the property, meaning we're going to have our partners do walkthroughs, photographers, and stuff like that.
Correct. So, and that's very good. That's very right. Very correct. So that's when you get to say, right? Because you already told them, hey, our cash offer, if we want to close quick with cash, we're going to need this price, this timeline, whatever. But because it looks like that cash offer is going to work for you, we got this other program. That's when you have the right to say, and you explained it perfectly, Mr. Seller, and this is what's going to build credibility for you. I can't guarantee the world to you, right? The last thing I want to do is make any false promises to you, right? Because that would be unethical, right? I wouldn't want to guarantee something to you that I have no control over, right? So I can't guarantee that there's going to be the perfect buyer out there to buy it at whatever price or whatever, or that we'll find the perfect buyer. But what I can guarantee is you will get the max amount of eyeballs on this house as possible, just as much, really more eyeballs than any realtor could ever do within just a fraction of the time. I could guarantee that you'll get, you know, quality customer service and that we'll get as many eyeballs on this as possible and that the we make the transaction as smooth as possible and the transition from contract signed to day of closing as smooth and as quickly as possible. That's what I can guarantee for you, right? Now, whether or not the market crashes or somebody, anything could happen, right? So I never like to make false promises because the last thing I want to do is like any bad business or like lead you, over promise and under deliver. I'd rather under deliver and over prom. I mean, I'd rather over deliver and under promise, right? So I like to say that, right? I don't have a script, but it's the step back technique. It's when you set and it builds so much more trust and credibility, right? It because let me tell you something. A lot of people fuck up and make false promises and they just fucked up the whole sale. They just fucked up now for that. Let's say they even believed you and you made a false promise. Now you have to explain that false promise that you made to them.
Yeah.
It's it gets easier to overcome objections the better you get at articulating things and being honest. Because I'm telling you, once you tell them that I can't promise you any, I can't make any guarantees, but what I can guarantee is that I will do this, and I will hold up my end of the bargain, right? But then you might want to say sell some other things on the side as selling points to make them feel more comfortable. But really, just the step back in general, you could shut up after that. Like you don't have to keep selling after that. A lot of times, overselling turns people off. They don't want to hear the bonuses. Some people do. You got to depend on who you're selling to. A lot of people want to hear the bonuses, right? Some people just want to hear the one main thing. Other people need to be emotionally sold. So, but with that objection specifically on how do I guarantee da 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 da, be like, look, I totally get it. I've come across. I would maybe paint a third party story or tell them like, look, I've dealt with this for like many times. Specifically these types of situations, and usually what happens is 9 times out of 10. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but 9 times out of 10, we're always going to get you that price before the closing date. 9 times out of 10, but I don't want to set any false expectations for you, right? I can't guarantee that we're going to have a above market offer or whatever and everything falls into place. Anything could happen. But what I can guarantee is I'll give you top tier quality service. You'll get the most amount of my selling points for the Novation is you get the most amount of eyeballs on it as possible, just as much as a realtor, but more within a fraction of the time. So I understand. I mean, you could go sign a listing agreement with someone else with a realtor, right? But I mean, let's be real. They're going to tell you what you want to hear so that they could try and sell it for the most amount as possible, regardless of what the market is really doing, right? So they're going to lock you up for the 3 to 6 month contract, and there's really no guarantee that they will close. And let's say that you have a disagreement with this realtor at any point in time, right? You're locked in with them for 3 to 6 months. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you have go through that, right? But if you did want to go through that, that's fine. All I'm offering is a more effective solution and a quicker solution, right? With A tier quality service, right? And then you just build the credibility on your team. But just be careful not to oversell. The point is, totally understand why you would say that. A lot of people say that, Mr. Seller. I don't want to make any false promises and make any false guarantees. So I don't know what would happen at the end, but this is why we have that in here. 9 times out of 10, this is what happens with those situations, and this is what I can guarantee. Quality service, most amount of eyeballs, least amount of time. I mean, that's like 5 or 10 different fucking things in one. But the main point is to step back. I can't guarantee anything, Mr. Seller, but what I can guarantee is boom, boom, boom. Have 2 to 3 like selling points that just gives them comfortable. Like, so the main selling point is going to be you, your service, and your company. Just raise those certainties because that's what it is. They want the certainty, like, hey, can I trust you and your company and your service? Credibility.
Right,
Can't
correct.
promise anything.
Yeah.
You got it. But I hope that answers the question. Do you have feedback on that question, or
Oh, yeah, it did for sure.
what was the feed? Or
So what?
did you have feedback on that question?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like like nothing else that
No, that I mean they answered it perfectly. Like now, like I understand what I do next time I come around with that same objection.
yeah, and you're a quick learner too, so
Dude, because my first thing was like exactly what I said after he asked me that. I was like, we should be able to guarantee it, and I was like, wait, no, I can't guarantee it because I have to
right.
mark it on the market. And then I was like, wait. I'm like, at this price, we should be able to find a buyer. I know. And then I kind of just fumbled it. And then he was like, you know what? Just forget about it. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. And you learn, you're a fast learner. Obviously, the way you just fucking described the innovation process, and then it's gonna get to points to where you could describe that process even earlier. But what you did was fucking I'm telling you. All right, so that's gonna be it for this YouTube video. But since it's a YouTube video, I'm gonna have an outro. Guys, this is my inner circle. I have 3 acquisition managers in here. Right now, I have 2 students in here, Raphael, and then I got Twan in here. And then I have I have my transaction coordinator in here, and then I have, I think, 2 other students who are in here. We're in here every single day, guys. And I only have 10 spots in here that I'm allowed to have. I might make something different, but if you want to be a part of this, right? Raphael didn't pay me anything extra. He paid me 1 time. And I'm going to stick with him until he sees success, just like every other student. As long as you take it serious, you pour into me, you show up, I'm always going to give it to you and pour back into you. So if you want to join this or if you want to be a one-on-one student, just book a call. Only if you're serious. If you want the free course, click the link below. Yeah, that's it. Stay motivated.